Okay, everybody, come on in. Let's see, which one did I want to do that? There it is, okay. Come on in, everybody. I wasn't late after all. In fact, there is a clock behind me, you see, 7:31. It's not late, really, but I started at 7:30. 18 seconds ago. Anyway, come on in, everyone. Let's see if people are coming on. Yep. All right, good. Martin, you're the first one, and you're all the way out in Northern Ireland. First one to show up. Welcome. It's 2:30 for you in the morning on Friday. For everybody else, it's Thursday evening. Come on in, everybody. I just finished Mass, and I thought I'd be late, but I'm not, so I'm glad I could be with you. My brother David and some others. I know my mom is not watching this live because she is watching the Notre Dame, Connecticut women's basketball game, which is the hottest game on right now. I saw Notre Dame was up 60-52. Let's hope that holds, but UConn is so good, and so is Notre Dame, but they always play each other very well. So anyway, let's hope. We've got about, I don't know, I think it said 5 or 6 minutes to go. Anyway, okay. Come on in, everybody. There's Ann. All right. I will explain where I am here. Okay, come on in. All right. So I am in the sacristy of one of our churches. That is St. Dominic behind me, St. Dominic, and that's the church where I am, St. Dominic. I keep showing the clock. I don't know, it's not the best thing to show. There you go, that's better. Having just celebrated Mass on this, the feast of Our Lady of Guadalupe. I'll explain a little more here. In fact, I want you to see this great vestment. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to show you the vestment in the mirror so you can see it. Yeah, let's see. I hope it won't disconnect if I turn the camera around, will it? I'll wait a little bit. Okay, come on in, everyone. Here's the sacristy, by the way. Vestments. Mirror. Ooh, there I am. And more stuff for the sacristy here. Okay, while we're doing this, while we're waiting, I'm going to show you. They're doing the narrative of Our Lady of Guadalupe out here in church. So we're just going to peek out there. Anyway. Okay. Okay, that's the church at St. Dominic here. Come on in, everyone. Okay, now I'm going to try to turn this around so you can see this great vestment that I received from the community at St. Ignatius in Austin. Can I turn it around here? I'm not seeing it. I don't see it. I don't think I have the option of doing that here because it's live, right? Oh, wait, here. Do. Hold on. Please hold. Okay. I hit it. There it goes. Okay. Whoa, but I don't want I don't want that on. Well, anyway, I don't want that on. But sorry that the thing is on here. I'm trying to turn that off, that light. Anyway, there I am. This vestment was given to me by the parish at St. Ignatius, and it's really awesome. Obviously, it's the image of Our Lady of Guadalupe, and the stole that comes with it, you can't really see, but it's under here. It also tells the story of Our Lady of Guadalupe. And what is that story? Well, I'll tell you. Okay, come on, here we go. Now I'm going to turn it back around. Okay, sorry about that. I'm sure you know the story of Our Lady of Guadalupe, but just in case you can't hear it, they're saying it out there right now. It was in 1531, just 40-some years after, less than 40 years, 39 years, is that it? I don't know. 40. Anyway, my math is not good, but just a little more than 40 years after Columbus came to the Americas, the Virgin Mary appeared to Juan Diego in what is now Mexico City, or very close to Mexico City. And he was obviously surprised, quite startled to see this beautiful woman, just kind of an apparition, talking to him. And she said, "Do not be afraid. I am your mother. You are in the fold of my mantle. You are my favorite son, my preferido, Juan Dieguito." She called him Juan Dieguito, like with just a very a pet name. It's really neat, like little Juanito. And then she said, "I have a message for you to give to the bishop. Tell him to build a church, a temple here, a shrine to me, so that everyone may come to know my son. Well, he went to the bishop, of course, and the bishop said, I don't believe you, it's not happening, leave. He went back to the La Virgen, and she appeared again and said, go back, and he did. Bishop said, I don't believe you. It's a longer story, of course. He didn't want to go see her, so he went a different way home the next day, but Mary still appeared to him and said, do not be afraid. In fact, I want you to take a miracle, a sign with you, so that he will believe. She said, go over there and you'll see a bunch of roses. Pick those roses and take them to the bishop. And it was winter, but nonetheless, he went over there, and there were beautiful roses. So he gathered up all the roses and put them in his tilma, just kind of put them all in here like this, and then went to see the bishop. And when he saw the bishop, he said, these are from the Virgen, and he opened his mantle, and there was her image on his tilma. And the bishop, you know the story, but anyway, it's a great story. The bishop came to believe that he wasn't making this up. It really was a message from Mary, the Virgin Mother of God, to build a church there, and they did. And what's really neat, as I said in the homily, is that a decade before, I believe, the missionaries and others had conquered the Aztecs, and so it was a really difficult time for the people there. They lost the faith of their ancestors. They didn't know what to believe. The missionaries tried to convert them, but they didn't have a lot of success. But in the years after this visit from Mary to Juan Diego, and because of the tilma and the message, millions of people, just in a few years, I think it was 5 million people were baptized and were converted. And from there, it has continued, this message, the gospel, of course, that God is with us, God loves us, wants us to be with him in heaven. And it just went from there. She's the patroness of Mexico, of course, but really of all of the Americas, and indeed the whole world. So it's a really neat story. I like it a lot. But the tilma that's still on display after 500 years, well, in 7 years we will celebrate the 500th anniversary. That will be fantastic. 500 years old, and the tilma is still visible. It exists. You can still see the image so clearly in Mexico City. And that tilma was made out of natural fibers. It should have disintegrated in, maybe they say 15, 20 years, disintegrated completely. And I like to say this, the thread count on this tilma was probably what? I don't know, 15 or something. They talk about 800 thread count sheets, that are exquisite. Anyway, on this tilma, this rough tilma made from natural fibers, which still exists today, 500 years later, is this image of Our Lady of Guadalupe. And everything about it, there's so much symbolism on there. It's amazing. I could go on and on, but I'm not going to. One of the neatest things is in the eye of Mary, if you look, and they did with the scanning electron microscope, you can see the moment the bishop saw the image. It's upside down in her eye. It's all it's nothing. No one, especially in 1531, could have painted on a tilma with that detail. Anyway, it's just a lot. And scientists say that there's no paint on there. It's like a picture, a negative or a flash, kind of like the Shroud of Turin. And anyway, it is on display for veneration in Mexico City. I've been there a couple times. I highly recommend that pilgrimage. Okay, great. So that's what we celebrated today, that visit 500 years ago, and the fact that, of course, God is still with us, calling us to love him and make his gospel known to the world. All right, that's what I wanted to share with you. It's 7:40, I see. They've got this clock. They're very precise here at St. Dominic. This, by the way, was one of the churches that was really heavily damaged by Hurricane Michael in 2018. Heavily damaged. This church then we weren't able to use it for 4 years, I think. They had mass out in a tent out there for 2 years. This was under construction, I think more than 2 years. But anyway, we finally blessed it. Imagine, it was, I think 4 years to the day after the hurricane, that we blessed, 3 or 4 years anyway, to the day we blessed this church and dedicated the altar. It was quite emotional, quite neat. And then they built a huge parish hall, which is where we're all going for tamales and atole and postres and other great food, Mexican food. So I'm really looking forward to that. Anyway, now they're all leaving out there, so I will go out and greet them and continue my role as a bishop. Here I am again. There's the back of the tilma. Man, it's hard doing this. What? Oh, get up. Okay. Anyway, you get the picture. Okay, everyone. So it's good to be with you. What else can I say? I was also this week, I have been away from Pensacola for a week. I was in Tallahassee for a while. We had the Joseph House Gala, which was really good. That's for those who are those who have been released from prison. Several men live with us there, and the speaker was Father Gregory Boyle, who founded Homeboy Ministries. It's a ministry to gang members, former gang members, obviously, who come to work, learn new trades, get off the streets and out of the gangs. It's a really neat ministry. I remember hearing a lot about it for years. So it was neat to meet him and hear him speak last Friday in Tallahassee. And then there were other masses and everything. And then I went to Venice, Florida, for a meeting with the Florida bishops. Drove back up, and then I was in Tallahassee till this morning. I'm here in Panama City, and tomorrow morning I'll go back to Pensacola. A lot of driving, but very much worth it. It's good to be with all of God's beloved people. But now it's good to have Mexican food waiting. I can almost smell it across the street. So I'm going to go over there, and I hopefully will see you next Thursday, please God. May God bless you, especially on this special day. May God bless you through the intercession and the protection of Our Lady of Guadalupe. So I'm going to say a prayer. Since I was doing everything in Spanish, I'm going to do that as well in Spanish. Oh Dios, te damos gracias por todas las bendiciones que recibimos diariamente, más que nada por el don de nuestra vida y la bendición de nuestra fe, y la promesa de nuestra fe, que es una vida eterna en el cielo. Que los bendiga a su pueblo con tu ternura, con tu gracia y con tu amor. En el nombre del Padre, y del Hijo, y del Espíritu Santo. Amen. May God bless you all. Thank you for being with me. Que viva la Virgen de Guadalupe. Que viva! And I'll see you next week. God bless you. God willing. All right? Bye. Oh, wait, look at this. Oh, wait, before I hang up. Wait, oh, you should see that little girl. She was dressed up as a little... let's see if I can get... No, I can't. All right, I'm hanging up. Bye, everybody. Uh-oh, dang it. Bye, everybody.